What is going on, guys? I am here with my student, Andrea. She's been absolutely crushing it with YouTube. Her YouTube channel has grown to $8,000 per month in cash flow. She also has a school community for her Blackjack channel where she's been funneling traffic, and her school community is doing how much?
It's doing about 12,000 a month, just over.
12,000 a month. So
Yeah.
her school community is doing 12,000 a month, and her channel is doing $8,000 a month. So she's doing $20,000 a month. And the crazy part is, this is even her like main source of income. She's making more money from blackjack than she is from this. But it's insane that she's been able to do this with her online business. So I just want to bring her on here today to share her story, share how she was able to do it, and how it has helped her really, change the way that she looks at YouTube and the way that she looks at online business. So, Andrea, how are you feeling so far? How are you feeling after joining the program and seeing these results and seeing your school community really grow?
I'm doing great. I signed up about 6 months ago and really dove into all your content and applied it to, it wasn't a faceless channel, but everything still applied. And yeah, it grew so quickly by implementing everything I learned.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And like I'm actually curious, like what motivated you to reach out to us in the first place? What was the driving force? Because I knew that you're heavily into blackjack, and you had other avenues to try to promote your school community. But what specifically got you into like YouTube automation and like trying to use that as a medium to promote your community?
Yeah, well, I was on Instagram. We really started with Instagram, and that blew up. But then I work with Blackjack Apprenticeship. We affiliate for them, and so after I was talking with one of the guys from Blackjack Apprenticeship, they mentioned that YouTube was their main source of traffic to their
Mm,
course.
yeah.
And so I realized, okay, we have to expand our page. And we did have a lot of footage that we had used on Instagram. And so I was like, I'm going to start creating YouTube videos to drive traffic to the school. And I didn't realize what an income source YouTube would be on its own, just from views and ad revenue. And so I decided I had seen all of your videos on Instagram, and so I decided to move forward with the course and invest in it, and it has greatly grown. It's doubled our business.
Yeah.
Easily, I would say half of our traffic is now from YouTube, and then it's its own revenue source right
Wow.
there too, which Instagram doesn't pay us for views and YouTube does.
Yeah. That's actually really insane to hear that you double your business as a byproduct of it. Like, before getting started in YouTube or working with us, were there any like initial apprehensions or fears that you had before getting started?
Yeah, I think, well, before starting anything, you're kind of like, is this investment going to be worth it in the long run? And then, kind of, yeah, the fear of moving forward and starting another project because I had a lot on the go. But
Yeah.
I really knew YouTube was something that is going to work well for our business. So I decided to move forward. But yeah, I definitely was worried that I wouldn't have the time to really focus on it. And
Mm,
then also worried that, the investment wasn't going to pay off, but it did greatly.
mm. That's awesome. And
Mhm.
and like what was the thing that gave you that sense of assurance or the green light to finally say, "Hey, I'm ready to join. Like I'm ready to invest, join our program, get started with YouTube."
Yeah, it was really watching all the videos and the success story and knowing that like I need some sort of direction for my YouTube. And I, had read testimonials and seen everything and was like, I decided to move forward with it because I just knew that I needed the guidance. And after seeing what the success that everyone else had doing your program, it definitely gave me the green light to move forward. Also, my oldest son is really into YouTube.
Mm,
All the kids nowadays, I want to be a YouTuber.
yeah.
And so it's like, okay, might be something that we can work on together in the future. And so I
Mm,
was excited to move forward and, help it grow my business and potentially do something with him also, because I would also like to try a faceless channel. I put all this information towards my current business, but
yeah.
I do want to expand and start different faceless channels also.
Mm. It's actually really interesting that you brought up your family here. Like for me, a big reason as to why I got started in business was because of the story with my mom and how we lost everything. And
Mhm.
You know, at one point I was homeless, and it's a big reason as to why I work so hard and build my channels, build my businesses. So for you, like, what what were some driving factors for you? Maybe it's your family, maybe it's something else, right? That makes you want to grow your businesses, makes you want to create these videos and, you know, put in the extra time, because a lot of people don't really do that. A lot of people don't really build online businesses like you do. So what was the driving factor? Because a lot of people sometimes are afraid to get started.
Yeah, it's definitely, your story is very inspirational. It's definitely family. Like that's always been my motivating force. I have 4 kids and,
Mm.
times are tough. So I knew I had to find some sort of avenue. When I initially started with Blackjack, I had a ton of student debt. I had four
Mm.
kids and I saw someone in my life being extremely successful with Blackjack. And I was like, I have to find a way to put my family ahead. And so it started with Blackjack. And then, it was such a journey with that I was like, I need to blog this. And then it started with
Mm.
Instagram. And then it's kind of just like it's grown. I think a lot of people think they see something and they're like, wow, that's a lot. It's overwhelming. And it's really just one step at a time. And your story definitely is motivating. So I think family too, same answer as you, was just very
Yeah.
motivating to get ahead and to try new things and to put your neck out there. And it was scary, I invested a lot of money in a lot of different avenues, failed a lot of things. And yeah, it feels good to find something that was very successful.
That's awesome. That's actually really cool to hear. You know, because a lot of times, mm, you know, people get started in business, and at the end of the day, like YouTube, online business, whatever it might be, or even blackjack, it's just a means to an end, right?
Hmm.
And you know, there's a deeper reason, there's a deeper why as to why we even work so hard at these things and want to be good at it, is so that way we can support our family, so that way we can provide and live better lives. Um, so after like going on this almost like hero's journey of like a lot of debt, like trying to make it in blackjack, and now being where you are right now with your successful school community, your successful channel, you know, I'm sure you're probably really proud of yourself. So like, how does it feel after accomplishing this and seeing the life that you built for yourself, and not only yourself, but also your kids and your family?
It feels surreal to see where we're at because I was a teen mom. I was destined not to make it. And so I've been through a lot of trials and it was yeah, I'm so grateful to be where I am now. Like this is all happened really over the last year and a half
Yeah.
for me, like from square
Wow.
one, from being
No
crazy in
way.
debt. And it's only been about 18 months now that I've been able to grow
Holy
this.
moly.
Yeah, and so like at the time it's a grind and you feel like you're not getting anywhere and then it was like really even just like the last few months it was like these aha moments of like oh I'm doing this like oh this is successful
Yeah.
and yeah it's definitely been a journey and I think people think like you had some sort of like leg up or everyone who like accomplishes it has something that they don't but that's not the case it's just put your head down and do it a day at a time and so it feels really great now to be able to put my family ahead each month instead of more into the red. So
Wow.
I've definitely it definitely hasn't always been easy, but it feels really good now to have accomplished it.
That's so insane that because I didn't know like this was a year and a half ago. Like in my head, I envisioned this was like maybe 4 or 5 years ago, and you've been doing this for a long time. And like this is crazy. This is like super fresh. So like literally
Yeah.
roughly like what, like 500 days ago. Like this was your reality. That's insane.
Yeah, it was really like looking back into like now it being the new year, 2025, look back in 2024 and I was like, wow, 2024 was my year, it was my grind. And it's like this
Mm,
realization that we like had a business account, we were growing it, and then I have partners and we paid it out in the end of December and it was like, oh my goodness, like most of my debts are paid off, all my
yeah,
investments are topped out. And it was like, wow, this is nuts to be like what a great feeling after like
yeah,
I've struggled like well like not struggled, but my whole life been, behind and
yeah.
trying to catch up, trying to build something greater for my family and my kids. And yeah, it feels like just recently that it's working and I've kind of made it.
So what do you see for yourself in your future? Is, like you, I'm sure you want to grow. I'm sure you want to take this to the next level. Like, where do you want to be? Not just like financially wise, but like for your family. Now seeing the type of income that you can have and the trajectory of your growth.
Yeah, I've always been a dreamer. I think I
Mhm.
appreciate that now because it's got me here. Before I was like being a dreamer sucks and it's putting me deeper and deeper in debt.
Yeah.
And now that you've made it, I'm like, yeah, like this, it feels great. So moving forward, I'm dreaming big. I want to grow this page. Um, my kids brought up that you get like a silver play button at 100,000. And
Yeah,
so it's
that's
like,
right.
yeah, we want that this year. I want on the
Yeah.
mantle. Or and the kids are gonna fight over it. One of their rooms, who knows? But yeah, I want to grow this channel, and
Mm,
then I'd like to get my son started. He's 13, my oldest.
mm,
I'd like to get him started on some sort of like project, make him,
mm,
he said he wanted to do the course. I'm like, yeah, go watch the videos and we'll work on something together. So I want to start that. It really wasn't about like, yeah, like the money is so great because it gives you the freedom, but it was like I would
yeah.
just want that freedom to be able to help my kids with any opportunity they want
Mm,
and to
mm,
be able to be comfortable day to day when stuff pops up
yeah.
and that feels insane. So but now moving forward, yes, I have really big dreams, really big goals, and it's really being able to like now give back to my family and stuff. It feels really good. So goals are to reach 100,000 subscribers on YouTube, maybe start another faceless channel, grow the school, double the school.
Yeah.
Really just like the different relationships I've made now through the school. We've had in-person trainings with members, like being able to meet people and help them on their journeys and stuff. I know, as you
Yeah.
know, that's what you do with YouTube. It feels really good to give back. I find that like
Mm,
people I talk to out of nowhere, like I needed a GST number for the business, and this lady calls me, and then I'm on an hour conversation with her about like what this business is and how she wants to start something on YouTube, and so yeah, being able to help other people get ahead is it feels really good. So I want to help as many school members as I can to get ahead, and uh, and grow our businesses in turn.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So there's probably a lot of people that are watching this, maybe people that are very similar to you, right, with your same story, um, and they're inspired by you, and but they're afraid. They're afraid to get started in online business. They're afraid they might fail. They're afraid they might lose money. They're afraid they're not good enough or smart enough. Uh, what type of advice or encouragement would you offer them to begin this journey of self improvement, begin this journey of entrepreneurship and living the life that they actually deserve to live?
Yeah, my advice is to start where you are. So I just recently watched a video where Mark Zuckerberg talks about the dangers of an aha moment or like looking at because if you look at Facebook now, you think, oh wow, it's so big, I can never get there. But he's like, Facebook was an idea at one point, and I think that really holds true. So like wherever you are, start there, and it's a day at a time. I didn't start everything that I have now, all the different income streams in one day. I started them one at a time, and they all kind of grew together. As I say this, it sounds like it's been years in the making, but it's been 18 months.
Yeah.
But my advice is just to like believe in yourself and go for it and put your head down and grind. A lot of the excuses I hear is like not having any time. And it's really about making the time. And so I definitely just have been putting my head down and grinding over the last year. And it's made such a difference in my life and it feels
Mm,
so incredible. But yeah, I failed so many things before I found my thing.
mm,
And I think if I would have stuck with any one idea, I could have done it, but I just kept jumping to the next.
mm,
And so whatever it is, whatever your thing is, if it's YouTube, if it's trading, if whatever it is, stick to it, put your head
mm,
down and grind and you can do it. I never thought I would be able to make it like I have. And it's incredible the results that can be made when you take things a day at a time and have a goal in mind and don't give up.
Wow. Wow. That's very, very powerful. So really appreciate you so much for sharing here. Is there any last words that you'd like to give the audience here?
It's really just like what Paul has here is very valuable. I believe anyone starting something right now, anyone can be successful right now with YouTube. So I really believe that people should dive in and follow their dreams. And you know, there is just so much room to get ahead in this world, and it's it's never been easier to be lazy, and it's never been easier to get ahead in life than it
Yeah.
is right now. And so there's so
Yeah.
many opportunities out there, and just go for it. And yeah, I'm so grateful that I moved forward with your course, Paul, and I've taken so much away from it, and it's grown my business immensely. It got to 5 figures Canadian in 3 months, and that's just insane results that I didn't think were possible. So yeah, I just cannot recommend this course more than just saying like, yeah, go for it and follow your dreams. And YouTube has so much opportunity right now.
I appreciate you so much. You heard it here first from a real person who just 18 months ago was in a lot of debt, and now in 18 months completely changed her life, not only her life but also for her family and her future as well. So incredible. Thank you so much, and see you guys soon.